let's get right into the episode. In case you missed it, like always, we started out because this shit ain't going nowhere no time soon. We're discussing COVID in sports. Now, COVID has, and when it comes to sports, it's been somewhat quiet, but there has been some pressing news in regards to the NCAA football. Now, there's a lot of conferences that sitting down or postpone the fall season and are planning will be playing in the spring. But there's two of the Fab Five or the Power Five that's planning on playing this upcoming fall. You got three, right? It's the SEC.
SEC, ACC is still technically in.
Right, ACC don't know, and Pac-12 is definite. So the Pac-12 and the SEC are definite. But the other
Big Ten too.
I thought Big Ten was postponed. Big Ten,
they're postponed. Yeah.
Yeah, Big Ten and the Pac-12 are postponed to the spring.
Right.
The rest of the Power Five, ACC, they still like in limbo, and then SEC just released the schedule of their play, and the Big 12 is playing as well. Now, on top of that, the NCAA president just announced there will be no bowl games, no championship games this season.
He said it's slow for that.
Yeah, so it's slow for that. So at this point, and throwing the question to you first, when it comes to the Power Five, the SEC and the Big 12, there's no bowl games, there's no championship games. So what's the reason for playing? And again, we're still under COVID because they just had 9 players from OU, Oklahoma, that tested positive for COVID. So where do we go from here?
Are you asking what are they playing for, or since there's no bowl games?
Yeah, again, what would be the reason to play?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that this might be some of these guys' last shot of making it pro, or getting drafted or getting noticed undrafted. But again, the NFL can move the draft. The draft's in April. You can have it in May. You can have it in June. I don't see what the point is, especially if there is no bowl games, right? I mean, I guess it's just to stick to your routine and, maybe be protected in your college, because at least you're going to get tested at least once a week. Maybe I'm assuming these athletes are going to get tested once a week, if not every other 2 weeks. And I guess they stay out of trouble, but what's to stop them from going to frat parties and shit like that? You know what I mean? I don't know what the point is. So
Ain't the schools closed though? Schools in general is closed.
The schools are closed, but kids are still going to party. The college, the players are still going to party.
Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to say that the campus is probably the safest place for the players to be at.
Saying.
So that's what they're saying. What happened?
Yeah. I mean,
so it's going to be all the athletes, and that's it. I guess the athletes can party with each other, but.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. For the schools, it's not only going to be football. So the thing is, for the conferences that's actually going to play, they're open to all their collegiate sports. So it's not just football. So okay, so
football,
you have to, right. So once you open,
baseball.
So whatever sport is going on this season, those players, athletes will be on campus together. That's a lot of fucking.
Yeah, that's a lot of people, man. Yeah, and again, I think students are going to be there too, John. I mean, from a local level, I know a lot of people are sending their kids back to school. It's scary, but they are.
Well, I was going to say, but the only reason I can see them playing for, what you touched on it, is the fact that they're playing for stock, to raise their stock to get drafted. No bowl game, okay. Obviously, you're not going to achieve nothing, but you could if say you don't got enough film, this would be a year to show out and give you a little boost going into the combine and the workouts.
Yeah, but
who's gonna care if Appalachian State is playing Illinois?
But I'm saying that's the only caveat to it, because what they're doing is they're trying to play in their division. So but they're trying to create a tournament style or exhibition style games for their own particular.
Appalachian State, right? Now, when certain schools don't play it, right? A player that. Not saying because he plays for Appalachian State, he's whack, but he could be really good, but nobody really notices him with less.
Sure, and then he gets. But then, John, let's say he gets highly touted. He goes in the first round, and then he becomes a bust. You know, like,
but you could be a bust on a SEC team.
Yeah, but the level of competition that you're seeing is not going to be what you see normally.
Right, and that was my whole point, because they'll be playing people in their particular conference, but all games, they're going to be a lot of one-sided games. So,
like high school.
There's
already a lot of one-sided games.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's already a lot of one-sided games in college general. So when you just playing people within your conference, you got this kid just y'all throughout that one college. He plays a good game against another mid-level Division I college team. Yeah, he's getting noticed because they're the only games on. But does that really raise his stock?
Now, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like it gives him a better chance because, all right, you could deduct him. You could deduct him for like competition purposes and stuff like that, but you'll have something over other players. You'll have like more recent film. It's more of what you've done lately than what you did, like last year or the year before that. So he'll have a better chance. So he has just obviously talent-wise, maybe he's a few notches behind, but going into like the stuff, he'll have a chance, like combine stuff, because the spotlight's on him. So now I'm looking at him. This scouts is gonna scout, but it's like, all right, now this is the only game. They still gotta do their job, so they're gonna be more focused. Like, okay, you show me a few things here and there. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will translate. But now he's going to the combine. He's in a better spot than he would be if everybody was playing. Because
will they allow what they're doing when it comes to like fourth and fifth year seniors? They are allowing you to come back and play in the spring.
Super seniors.
Yeah, super seniors. So you can come back if because a lot of time it is their last. A lot of players' last chance.
Yeah, it's the right move. Sure. Like, do you think that any of these guys will, like, maybe not like the top of the top guys, but maybe like, fringe, like end of first round, like highly touted draft picks or early second rounds? Do you think they'll transfer to some of these schools that are like open?
No, I mean, because you look at it so you got Clemson. Clemson's going to play. They're in the SEC. So you got Trevor Lawrence, who wants to play.
Wanted to play, yeah.
Yeah, but his stock is already high. And him playing against, again, mid-level Division I teams.
He's going to look like a stud.
He's going to look like a stud. But
is that really going to raise his?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That don't really kill his stock. So, like, even if he decided to sit, I'm pretty sure that I feel as though unless we get the spring season come and somebody just knock it out the park, Trevor Lawrence is going number one.
Nah, so I even with someone could go crazy, I still think he's going number one. I think he's the lock.
Right. So again,
QB,
So other than players that's on the fringe of making the playoffs or making the pros, and again, we are still COVID, and again, they have at all these colleges and all these conferences, they've dealt with issues of COVID and people
already,
having COVID. So it's like they're taking a big chance. I know for the players, it's like, yo, I'm gonna play and take my chances, but at what risk do you do it?
I mean, there is that underlying heart condition that's going on now, right? So it's like, Kev, I mean, like, let's say like you made it to like the collegiate level, like you're playing during the COVID times, like, would you risk playing just to get drafted? Like, again, knowing that you can probably come out of the draft with a heart condition after suffering through COVID.
It all depends. Where's my stock, bro?
Hypothetically, you're number one. Yeah.
Number one?
Yeah, you're projected first round.
I'm kicking my feet up, bro. I'm gonna be home.
Yeah.
Right. You just had a good season. You projected to be first round. Now, and say God forbid you came in contact with COVID. Like you did your quarantine, but would it really be worth the risk? You taking that chance, Kevin?
I mean, no, not if my stock is already have me in the first round, number one, anywhere in the first round, nah. But if I'm anywhere second round or lower, yeah. And depending on your situation, some of these players, man, they families need to check. and they need
Right.
that first check to be as best of a check as they could get, and we already
Right.
know what first rounders are getting. So
Especially that first 10, them first 10.
Yeah, the first 10. It's really not it's not the
Hey.
round. It's the first 10. Those dudes get
They
paid.
get paid. No, first rounders do get paid though, but that
Yeah, the first 10.
First 10, you're gonna get a nice little contract.
Yeah, it's,
laughing
again,
straight to the bank.
again, you know, on this pod, we all about the players and getting their bag and shit. But it's like we as fans, it's funny how we make exceptions like to this shit. Like our ass ain't gonna go to work, but when it's something that we love and is like getting taken away from us, we'll make an exception. I think that's funny as Americans. That's why we've been had this shit so bad versus all the other countries and shit. Cause like when we so stuck and arrogant in our ways and stuck in our ways, it's like, yeah, we gonna quarantine, but hold on, you taking away basketball, you taking away sports. I'll bend a little bit. Like Americans, we fucked up in the head, but it is what it is.
That's what it is. We spoiled.
But
Also, speaking of bags, shout out Greg Kittle. You got your bag. We're
right,
talking
Greg
about bags.
Kittle,
Greg
as
Kittle
well
got paid.
as
Kelsey
got
got
a
paid
bag
too.
too.
Good for you guys. Hunter Henry got paid too. So a lot of tight ends get
tight ends getting their bag. Again, tight ends nowadays they're playing like receivers and shit. A lot of them are better route runners and catchers than a lot of these fucking receivers. So, but just keeping it in COVID and sports, MLB, they seem to trying to get shit underlined. I mean, get shit together. Seem to be
Postponing a lot of games.
they postponing a lot of games.
Cardinals are finally back after what I think their last game played was like July 30th. And what are we in now? What's today? Today's the 17th.
17.
So yeah,
And
it's
so-
pretty much 3 weeks off. Fuck.
Yeah, and I was saying that they still talking about a possible bubble.
Yeah, so they're actually – I think they confirmed it now that for the playoffs that they're going to do a bubble. Whether they're going to go to Disney like Kevin predicted, probably. But they definitely do want a bubbleized playoff for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Which makes sense.
So-
I mean, that's the best way to do it.
Hopefully, our players don't be fucked up by the time playoffs come.
I don't know, man. I
Playoffs.
don't know.
we only like a quarter into the season when it's like 22 games so far, 24, something
Yeah,
like
we've
that.
had at least 20 games canceled or postponed or delayed.
Yeah, so it's like
And again, weather has a lot to do with it too, but COVID is being the most important
Weather
one.
played a role, but a lot of the postponements.
Oh, no, a lot of it is COVID. Yeah, for sure.
Activities of COVID.
so we got a short season, 20 plus games postponed. We got a bubble playoffs possibly. We just got to get there. And what they're gonna do in the meantime is the question. You know, you got the Cleveland Indians pitchers who out partying in Chicago and shit, doing dumb shit. But speaking of COVID and sports, we somebody tried to get some ass during this COVID situation.
Yeah.
So now, as you know, NFL, they're now in training camp. They're quarantining. You know, trying to give us sports, but also be safe. Now, was this asshole even drafted? Like,
Yeah, he was. Yeah, undrafted.
Undrafted rookie.
Homeboy's
rookie.
name is
Kima Severin.
You got it?
Kima
Severin. Yeah.
Severin or something like that.
Yeah.
So
He dressed her up in pads, right? He dressed her up in football, like literally like football equipment. I don't know who caught it. Like maybe she didn't. Maybe she had like heels on and not cleats, or like, you know, maybe I don't know. Maybe B. Carroll was like, "Damn, look like yo,
Right.
who is that?" And like, he was like, "Oh, thank God!" Like,
what old man got that fat old ass?
yeah, I mean,
She was like a 5'2" white woman. They're gonna tell who's wearing pads, dude.
No worries, she is just short little white woman.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's so for a little bit there was a picture circulating of I forget the actress's name that was on Modern Family, but she was like one of the daughters. That she's
Which
wearing
one?
a Seahawks jersey. The Alex, the middle one.
Okay, yeah, she was bad.
The nerdy one. They had her in like a Seahawks jersey, and it was like, just checking in, like, you know, whatever. And like, for like, I'm not gonna lie, for like a good like 2 minutes when I saw that picture, I was like, yo, was it her? but I don't think it was.
If he pulled that off, then
Yeah.
good shit, bro.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah,
right, good for him. But no, it wasn't. It was some regular smuggler.
Opportunity, but he messed up his opportunity at the moment.
Now, see, but again,
he's an idiot.
This nigga was like smuggling a stripper in or something like that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he kind of made Carroll's job a little easier, right?
Right.
Like, he probably wasn't going to make the team anyway. You got to cut everybody pretty quickly now, actually. Like, minicamp cuts are bad.
He ruined his chance at making the team. Maybe he wouldn't have made it, but
sure, but I don't think he was going to make it anyway.
I mean, treated like an undrafted rookie, bro. Like,
all you be there was talking about that WAP.
Yo, he gonna go back to the hood and get found. Watch.
That WAP made niggas do some wild shit, man.
That wet ass P word.
That wet ass P word.
You just say. Don't.
Nah, come on, man. Shout out Ben Shapiro. He's the smartest guy in the room.
So shout out to Bo trying to get that Cardi B, that WAP, from one of them snow bunnies, and he was visiting Cav peoples and shit, Cav like them bunnies. So.
Do you think if Russ tried to sneak in Sierra, you think he'd get suspended or not? He'd get cut?
Hell no, Russ ain't getting cut.
What do you think of like a superstar try to do that? You think let's say Jamal did it? Hell no. They would have like no. Yeah. She plays. She plays for us.
Yo, you fucking Sierra gonna stand in the lobby with her arms crossed. They're gonna call upstairs.
Yeah.
Russ gonna come down and get her ass, bro.
That ass. Ain't nothing gonna happen. He again. For a player like him that's trying to make the team, I don't think that was the best move. Hopefully you get another opportunity and shit. Because again, in COVID, and especially knowing that, like players be like, yo, this nigga, even the coach be like, yo, he taking a chance with everybody. Because now we got to worry about like, oh, that's Buddy who tried to sneak in Shorty during COVID, right? Oh, okay. So now we got to watch his ass.
Again, we're joking, but obviously that's a serious thing. I mean, we don't fucking know this girl. She probably didn't fucking quarantine, right? Like, God forbid, she would have taken out the whole Seahawks team, man.
Yo, first of all,
that's the most extreme negative of it, but he should.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, God fucking forbid, that could have happened.
But it's possible, though.
He just made a rookie mistake. I made a rookie mistake.
No. For starters,
a rookie mistake is waking up late for practice.
Word. Missing a meeting, John.
Missing a meeting. That's a rookie mistake.
I
say rookie mistake because he's a rookie. No vet tried to do no shit like that. I'm pretty sure a vet.
I'm pretty sure a vet's got that already, but
a vet would do that whole process.
He was like, I can rock with this.
The vets were like, hold my pads, and on top of that, try to sneak a girl in and see what happens. You got to try to make the team like our way too.
Imagine.
That's what I'm saying. Hold my pad. Was it Hazen? Initiation to the team.
What's his name? The player's name?
You got it?
Yeah, it's
out of here. Gone now.
Kima Severin, something to that.
You really try to put pads on her, like
really, like dressed her up like a football player.
Try to break her up.
No, they said that he tried to dress her up.
He did the scary movie too. Take it, Brendan.
Wait, time out, bro. First of all, he's an idiot, first and foremost. And secondly, that girl don't love you, bro, because any girl that love you would have been like, no, I'm not coming. No, I'm not coming.
You're right.
Oh, I thought that was a lit situation. Oh, I'm about to pull up to the team hotel.
Nah. That's what I'm saying.
He saw Sierra get in. And then he thought it was cool. And he hit up Snow Bunny like, yo, you live right down the street, right? Come right down, shit. And he tried to do it. And
he didn't know his position on the team, bro.
Right, he didn't know his position yet. He thought it was sweet. He thought he was in already. But good luck, bro. Hopefully you get another opportunity. Believe.
Wishing the best. Like
man.
This is where his agent earns his money right now, son. This is where that agent earns.
Nigga, his agent is mama.
I mean, the Giants need a cornerback. The Jets need a cornerback. Everybody needs a corner.
His mama got him at home scrubbing floors, writing, I will not sneak bitches
in.
I told you about them bitches. I told you them bitches gonna be the downfall of you. But hopefully, bro, get it together. All right, we moving on. That's COVID in sports. We done with COVID. Ain't got much to talk about this week, which is a good thing. to me.
Yeah.
Now, but we're gonna do an MLB recap now. Last week in baseball, as we discussed earlier, multiple games, about 20 games have been postponed. What happened, John?
Before we make a switch, I read, even though
What you read?
we're going to kind of talk about this topic a little later,
Uh-huh.
I read that the Chiefs are going to try to have 22% fill the stadium up to 22% to have.
Well, we'll get that. Yeah, because Jerry
We'll get that to that. Right, we'll get that into bag of the trash. We'll discuss that.
Throw that in there because I read that like 20, 30 minutes ago.
All right, so that's for the privileged folks. All right, so
Island.
So we're gonna do an MLB recap. Now, we got a 60-game season, but unfortunately, due to COVID, it's been hard to get through at least the first quarter of the fucking 60-game season. But right now, when it comes to the AL and NL, the A's lead the AL, and the Dodgers lead in the NL. Yankees coming to second in the AL, and Cubbies coming to second in the NL. Now, with that being said, Kev, is the A's the real deal?
They're really
the right
good.
thing, Kev.
They're really good. I want to say yes, but I don't know. I haven't seen them do that well down the stretch. So this year, the stretch.
That's not much of a stretch.
Yeah, the stretch is shortened.
Yeah, the stretch is shortened, and the playoffs are expanded. So they're definitely getting in regardless. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a little decline towards the end. But they're the real deal. I think so.
Yeah. Now, speaking, the Yankees coming to second. They recently had injuries to Judge and Stanton. Should the Yankees
And
be
LeMahieu
concerned?
now.
And LeMahieu. John, Eddie, since you brought it up, should the Yankees be concerned?
No, because they had a lot of injuries last year too, man. And again, like, we now know that there were teams that may or may not have been cheating, using buzzers and whatnot. But, that team does have a shitload of depth. We have a lot of guys in every position they could show up. I mean, this past week we saw Mike Ford step up. We saw Tauchman step up. I don't know what it is with the Yankees about hating on my man Clint Frazier, but since he's been back, he's been on fire again. Maybe it's the long hair, maybe it's his attitude. Maybe he doesn't have like the Yankee persona, but he kind of reminds me of a Nick Swisher type dude, right? Like Jason Giambi type dude, where he's just a fucking he's shot out of a cannon all the time. So, it is scary with Stanton. With Stanton, it's nothing new to us. Like, we've always known him pre being a Yankee. He's always been injury prone. With Judge, I think we handle him with kid gloves. I think we handle him like he's like a porcelain doll. And I understand, but it's like he's athletic out in the field. So we do need him in right field because he does make great plays and he does have a cannon of an arm. Not only what he does offensively with the bat, but defensively we need him too. But they don't want him to play the field that much. And I know he hit the home run and then they pulled him out over the weekend. And then they said, oh, it's not that serious, but now it is serious. With LeMahieu hurting his thumb, I think LeMahieu was the hardest thing for me to swallow because he can play anywhere on the field. He can play first, he can play second, he can play third, he can play short. He's done it all for us already this year, I think, probably at some point. I don't think he played short this year yet, but I know he played second. I know he played first. I know he played a little bit of third, and he DH'd a few times.
And most importantly, he's the best hitter in the league.
Yeah, no. I mean, they call him the machine for a reason. I mean, the guy his on-base percentage is out of control. I wish I looked it up before this, but I wasn't expecting to talk about DJ because this just came down today.
It's like 430, 440 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
It's unreal.
It's crazy.
You hope that, it is a thumb that he's injured before. He always wears a guard on it. So you would hope that it's just a 10-day thing and he's good and he's back. I want him fully healthy either way. I think long-term, the Yankees really all we have to worry about is our pitching. It's not really the injuries that's going to hold us back. It's always going to be our pitching. It's always been our pitching. So I'm not scared yet. I'm not hitting the panic button. I am worried about Judge's durability.
Right, gotcha. Now, we can't just discuss the Yankees. We are in New York. We got to go cross town and check in with our local other New York fans.
Where is he on my screen? Here? Where is he?
He's up and to your left.
Yeah, he's up to my left. He's up to my left.
Well, something like that.
My right.
That way.
Yeah, my right. My right.
Yeah,
you're left.
right. So
this guy.
So just DQ. What's going on in the Mets world? How's everything over there?
Not too good, but Well, this season's, I guess it can be considered a throwaway.
Yeah.
You giving it up already? It's
That's
already
what I'm
over?
saying, but this is done with that, like I said, like the AL East and the NL East are probably the two hardest divisions in baseball. So like, it's always someone leading a different team every year. So
Yeah.
So I know Stroman's out now, so he opted out. That's what I meant to talk about when I didn't have it last week, guys. By the way, I just remembered it was Marcus Stroman. So Stroman's out. DeGrom's healthy though, right? I know he was supposed to pitch today. Did he pitch?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he pitched today.
So he's not healthy then. Fuck, that sucks, dude. Also with the Mets too. Deadline's the 31st for the Will Ponce to sell out, right? That's the deadline.
Yeah.
So it's either A-Rod and J-Lo or Stevie Cohen. DQ, who you want?
Steve Cohen.
Yeah. I think everybody wants Steve Cohen. I want Steve Cohen to buy the Jets if he can't buy the Mets.
Why would you want Steve Cohen over A-Rod?
A lot of people want Gary.
Because he's got a lot of money and he's a fan, and he was just going to throw money away at the problem. You know, like he'll pay top dollar for pitchers. You know, he'll pay top dollar for bats. He'll pay top dollar for anybody.
Gotcha.
Y'all need somebody to throw some money at more people.
Yeah, I feel like with the A-Rod J-Lo thing too, it's very like it's almost like when Jay-Z bought the Nets.
Yeah.
Right. You know, it's
commercial.
like it's just like you just
PR. It's for PR.
In that whole thing.
Yeah.
They actually talked to A-Rod on Monday Night Baseball or whatever. They kept asking him Mets questions, and he refused to talk about it. So I think it might be leaning towards the A-Rod J-Lo connection.
Yeah, a lot of times when there's a celebrity involved, when a celebrity is involved, they don't even be the majority, but because they are the celebrity, they'll make it seem like it's J-Lo and A-Rod when it's really they only like 2% and shit. Like
he's got like the body armor guy, like the body armor water guy.
Yeah,
he's got him backing him. He's got like another.
Yeah, he got a whole team. Yeah, he got a whole team and shit. I think
Barstool's like involved in that in some way, shape, or form with the A-Rod J-Lo thing.
It's possible, but that's what I'm saying. Because A-Rod and J-Lo are the celebrities, whenever it's like they have anything to do with buying or anything like when it comes to sports, they always PR the celebrity. Like, yes, A-Rod is buying the team when really that motherfucker only own like 1% and shit like that. He's not the majority and shit. But in regards to baseball, any standouts last week? Standout players, standout moments. Standout plays. Anything happened last week in baseball that you guys can think of?
Web gems are out of control. Mookie Betts hit 3 home runs in one game.
He's about to say that.
Fire right now.
And I think
Trout last week too hit 2 multi-home run games, so 2 home runs in each game.
Mookie Betts has the most 3 runs and hitting 3 home runs in one game in MLB history now.
That's crazy.
And speaking of Mookie Betts,
Tatis and Judge are still at 9, so Tatis is still on fire.
Tatis, Judge, and somebody else.
Mike Trout.
Yeah, Mike Trout. All tied for 9. But speaking of Mookie Betts, the Dodgers again is leading. Throw it to you, John. Do you think the Dodgers have what it takes to ultimately stay on top of the NL and possibly meet whoever's in the AL in the World Series?
Yeah, but I'm going to take this moment to laugh at all Boston Red Sox fans.
They're bad. They're really bad, though. We can't – it's not
bro.
– yeah, they're just a bad team.
If I was a Sox fan, why would you trade him? He's really good, but I guess I can root for him now because you don't play for him no more, but he's still good.
The boy's nice, bro.
Why would you trade him?
Yeah.
Well, you know, he wasn't – they had to pay him a lot of money. Look what the Dodgers paid him.
He's a star player.
Yeah, but they couldn't keep that outfield together. I mean, between Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Betts, one of them had to go, and Betts' contract was up sooner. So
bad choice.
It's just, I mean, hey, listen, it's just how the cards played out for them.
Oh no, what are you doing, baby?
Now, before we get out of the baseball recap, any star player that's playing like a bust so far this season that you guys know of?
Yep. Gary Sanchez.
Gary's back on though. You got to get off of him. Come on, man. He's back on. He's putting the ball in play now. He's getting hits. Calm down. Not Gary.
No plate discipline.
Gary's a slow starter, and it's a shortened season. So if there's a longer season.
I mean, I haven't. He's a great baseball player, but I haven't really been hearing a lot of buzz from him. I think it's because they do play in Milwaukee. But Christian Yelich is like arguably one of the best baseball players in the league, and I haven't really heard much from him.
I think he's doing.
I don't really know how he's doing, but I guess if I had to pick someone who hasn't been performing well, I'm not seeing you on SportsCenter, man. So, what are you doing?
Anybody you got, Drew? DQ? Any player that's usually a standout but haven't seen much so far in this short season?
Not at the moment. It's like you said, like how the team it's only 60 games. Teams are going to heat up eventually, and some are going to.
What about Cespedes?
Fuck Cespedes.
Anybody, Drew? I know you ain't the biggest baseball fan, but anybody that you've been seeing on SportsCenter that's like, yo, he's ass.
No.
You don't even know what the Yankees or the Mets.
Ain't nobody, not top tens that stood out to you.
Yelich got 5 home runs.
He's got 5 home runs, but he's batting 197 right now.
My thing says Baseball Reference says 194.
Yeah, 194. Sorry, yeah, 194. You're right.
It's early. It's
early. Yeah.
Obviously, they used to play 162 games, so it's like more season to pick up.
Yeah.
We're a quarter of the way done with the season, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Some people's averages is not gonna get that boost like you'll get for getting those extra games. Some people.
Can you guys believe? I love Derek Jeter. I really love what he did for us, but since he's bought the Marlins, can you believe that at some point he had Stanton, Ozuna, and Yelich in his outfield, and he fucking traded all of them? What a moron! Dev, all 3 of those guys are top players.
Right. Yeah, I know. I know who
crazy.
Stanton was a top player at the time. The other 2
they were growing, but I mean, Jesus, you should have kept them.
But remember, he's the owner.
Partial owner.
GMs and presidents for.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do your job.
The Marlins have been playing good since they came back from having a clap, right? I mean, Corona.
Yeah. The Cardinals too. I think it's the break, right? It's the break. It's the break. They like the break.
Yeah. All right, but we're gonna move over to basketball because the NBA seems to be the only ones that's getting shit right, and
hockey and the NHL
and hockey.
And the is already on. That's what you're doing. If you're watching the
now,
right now.
Shit in NBA is real. We in the playoffs now. We had our bubble play 8-game season. A lot of great moments in these fucking 8 games that took place. So I'm gonna go around and pose a few questions to you guys. First off, going to you, Drew, first. Who's your bubble regular season MVP?
My bubble regular season MVP? Dame Dollar, yes, man, he's been doing awesome in these 8 games, and not too much of the last game, because the last game he was being double teamed and when he was playing with Brooklyn, but through the first 7 games, I think the dude averaged about 35 points a game, something crazy.
He was cooking.
He was really cooking. You can't even give it to him, T.J. Warren, Devin Booker. They were all
speaking of Devin Booker, because I know Eddie, he ain't the biggest basketball fan, but he's found love. I think he found his love at first sight.
I'm full blown. What was it that Gettleman said, guys? Full blown, madly in love or deeply in love. With Daniel Jones. I'm that way with Devin Booker, man. I mean, holy shit. It sucks that these guys went 9-0, right? Was it 9-0? 9-0, no?
8. Because
so it was 8-0, and what did they get? A participation trophy? Fuck, man. That's just not even cool, dude. I would love for Devin Booker to, move on from the Suns if his contract's up. I don't really know what his contract's really looking like these days. So great. I would love for you to come to the New York Knicks. I know it's a bad city to play for. I know that James Dolan is a terrible owner, but I think you'll fit in. And listen, you already got your #1 fan right here, baby.
Right.
I'll be at every fucking game.
You gonna copy a Devin Booker jersey?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah! So I went to I won't
Yeah,
say
you
the
tripping,
name
bro.
of the location. But yeah, fuck it, they're going out of business. I went to Modell's and there was a
Right.
shitload of jerseys for but they were like triple XL, and I almost got a Kevin Knox jersey, but it was like 3 times XL. I was like, I ain't fitting in
You
that.
should have got
Looking like the
'90s.
'90s, yeah, looking like a '90s throwback jersey.
Hey, John, who's your bubble MVP?
I feel like Devin Booker had it till Dame went on that little late surge.
Till Dame put up 60.
Yes.
He had 150 points in 3 games.
154, bro. Like that shit
He went on
crazy.
that little, they poked the humble bear, and then he got aggressive and
He said, "Put some respect on my name."
Yeah,
Oh my god, that shit.
I mean, Dame unleashed on the bubble. He went and he showed you.
Yeah, DQ, who's your bubble MVP?
I mean, Dame Dollar, like he went off, like he told his teammates was going through the playoffs, and he did that. Like,
Yeah. Nah, Nets was being some bitches. They wanted to make it hard.
Yeah, they did. They fought hard, man.
Yeah,
but think about it. That team had every reason to phone it in and not give a fuck. You know, like they don't have their 2-star players that they just got in the offseason.
And they're already in the playoffs.
I know, but they're still playing hard. They didn't phone it in. I appreciate that. I hate the Nets because I'm a Knicks fan, but
because they said like they were playing that way throughout the whole 8 games.
yeah, honestly, that's how I want my team to play.
No, but that's
Play hard all the time. I don't care that you're already in.
Yeah, but
you play to win the game.
No, but also people like to spoil shit, and Brooklyn had a chance to spoil.
Right.
I'm saying.
So,
Yeah,
they should have.
No, because the kid and LeVert be cooking. Like,
yo, bro,
but
they will.
I'm looking like, yo, what's good with y'all, yo? Like, y'all win there, like.
They would have lost if LeVert didn't hit that game winner sign, bro. Like they were at the mercy, bro. Like
I think I don't know if I said it last week, but that was like the most exciting 9 minutes of basketball I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
What was that?
Nets Blazers game. That was last 9 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
It was just like I was like, what's happening? And like the back of my mind, I'm rooting for Portland to lose, even though like I still want Melo to win. You know, and I'm like, I'm going through this like crisis, and I hate the Nets. So I'm like, why am I rooting for the Nets to win? I'm like, oh, that's because I want Devin in, but Melo. But I'm like, hey, yo, bro, I'm telling you,
Melo came in clutch again, bro.
Yeah, clutch.
Melo got a lot of rebounds right at the end there too.
Yeah. Melo,
very important.
Game time, bro.
So, Kev, who's your bubble MVP?
I want to go with Devin Booker just because I feel for him, bro. Like just sitting on the bench, like. I could see him like going back to the hotel. Like I be cursing everybody out. Everybody getting a middle finger, flipping people the bird. I be pushing over chairs.
Right.
Well, that's kind of on them. That's like
I be coughing on doorknobs and shit.
If they had Kelly Oubre playing, they would have been hell. He didn't have him. So he's doing shit by himself.
Yeah. Now, speaking of the Blazers, because they are in the playoffs and shit, we watching the first day of the playoffs currently. Blazers are going up against the Lakers in the first round. They first game tomorrow, correct?
Oh, also, I know we saying who to be MVP, but Dame was the bubble MVP.
He was, yeah, but that's who we wanted.
But I said,
and I mean, Dame had isn't he tied Will Chamberlain this weekend, right? Or last weekend? Most 60 points, like consecutive, like 61-point games or whatever.
Yeah, it was something like him.
I mean, that's a legend.
Yeah.
Like, why is it like again? Like you guys know, I'm not a big basketball fan, but why isn't Dame like considered in the conversation, like of like best players in the NBA today?
He didn't go to a big college. Like when he came out to the league, he didn't go to a big school. Like he was always like.
But I'm saying like he's done enough to prove by now, right, that he should be in the conversation. You know?
He plays in Portland.
So
I think that's what it is. Like niggas know Dame is that guy. Like ain't no
right.
He's been
I mean, like even me, like I know that bye-bye game, all that.
3 years in a row, he didn't send motherfuckers home. Like he's notorious for it, and that's why I bring up the question when it comes to the first round. I'm gonna throw the Laker fan first, Johnny. Should the Lakers be worried going up against Dame Dollar and Melo in the first round?
No.
Why not?
Lakers got that. Like Dame is hot right now, but the Lakers have that matchup.
The Lakers haven't had a good bubble.
They
I
haven't
tell-
had a bubble, but
Turning it on, though, right? You gotta expect.
The only thing I'm gonna say though, LA is tripping with the they announced that they're gonna honor Kobe in the second round.
Second round.
So they basically
Yeah.
that's telling you that they don't even see Portland.
And that's bad.
You don't see that on the whiteboard though, John? Like you don't see that on like they said.
Right.
You shouldn't see it that way, but that might make more of a.
I would take it that way.
And that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't announce shit like that when you playing against Dame, because he like
the freaking Knicks.
I understand that honor Kobe in his memory and stuff, but to say like we're gonna wait in the second round is
right.
Like
what makes you think you're gonna get to the second round?
Now let's say they get back in the first round, then what happens?
So that's what I'm saying. You got niggas like Dame and Melo who both got the chip on their shoulder and shit. Only person that I know for sure is going to show up for the Lakers is LeBron, maybe AD. The rest of them though,
yeah.
the rest of them have.
AD's gonna show up.
Yeah, the rest of but the rest of them though.
Kuzma been looking good in the Lakers haven't had a good bubble, but Kuzma has a good bubble.
Kuzma has spurts.
No, but
he'll have either a good he'll have a good first. Or maybe have a good fourth, or maybe a good 2-minute run. But Kuzma hasn't been consistent. Nobody but LeBron and AD are consistent.
What about
bubble?
I say that's hurting.
Yeah,
that's hurting Portland though. Is their defense. Their defense is trash because they're in way too many close games. Like you can get up on Portland because they're not stopping. I don't see them stopping anybody because it shouldn't be 130. It shouldn't be 134, 130, 135, 134, 133 when they were on that Brooklyn game.
Yeah,
yo, bro, if he hit that shot, they would have lost and continue with that playing game with the Grizzlies on Saturday. Their defense is horrible. That's the only thing I can say that's gonna hold them back.
All right. At the end of the day,
at
the end of the day, y'all missing the most important thing in this series. To me, we've been watching this shit over a decade. My boy Bron and Melo is going at it again. I love it.
Yeah, they can't defend each other though.
That I know, but they always find each other on rotations somewhere.
Yeah.
It don't matter, bro. I'm looking forward to that. That's all I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be good. Melo, he got something to prove. Dame,
and again, baby faces, yo.
And that's what I'm saying. Lakers announcing that we gonna wear these jerseys in the second round, saying we getting past this first round. So
talk that smack.
Early bold predictions.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go around. I'm gonna go around to that. Let me get to that. But you give Dame that battery, you're gonna get into some trouble.
They better stop somebody, dude. They better stop somebody. That's
yeah, I mean, half these motherfuckers don't play defense anyway. We a defensive league, so defensive-less league. But
Toronto plays defense.
You got that one. Toronto does play defense. Milwaukee used to play defense. I don't know what happened to them. But I want to go around and get y'all picks. So we're gonna start in the East, and this is out.
This the boom and bust?
No, this is different from boom and bust. This is picks between the based on the matchups.
Oh, so we're picking the first round. All right. Okay.
Right. So first round pickups. So I mean matchups. So for the East, right? We got for the East, we got Bucks versus Magics. DQ, who's your pick?
I'll get the Bucks going past the first round.
What? You think the Bucks?
This first round.
A horrible season. They're the 8th seed. They're not going to beat the Bucks.
Okay.
He talking only first round. He's only talking first round.
Talking first round.
Bucks, Magics.
I got the Bucks too, man. You come into the 1 seed, you need to win, bro. Especially first round.
Who they playing?
John, Bucks, Magics.
That's a horse to
That's easy. That's cake. It's cakewalk.
Let's pack it up.
Bucks, Magics.
You cannot count out the Greek people, okay? Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to go into Orlando even though he's been there. But the Bucks, Milwaukee
This guy's
Bucks.
an idiot. Shut up, man.
Right. Ain't no movement. Ain't no going home field and shit. Ain't no home.
I mean, do they have
advantage.
home field advantage because it's in Orlando or Kissimmee?
I mean, maybe because they're used to the humidity. Maybe.
Yeah.
But no.
No, absolutely not.
Right. It's nice and cool in that motherfucker. All right, Drew. Bucks Magics.
4-0 sweep for the Bucks. I don't. Magic is no.
Oh, he said 4-0 sweep.
He said they're
4-0
bringing the
sweep.
brooms.
Oh yeah, we probably should have said in what,
Okay.
like
DQ.
in how many games. It's cool.
Bucks Magics in what? No, we go around real quick. Bucks Magics in what?
I guess it in 5.
F.
4. Why not? Sweet.
John.
4. Sweet.
Ed.
I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt too. 5.
Okay. One game for the Magics. I'll give them 5. Magics can pull out at least one
They
game.
got one game. One game.
All right. Next we got the Pacers Heats. DQ.
I got Pacers in 6.
Okay. Kev.
Where is it?
Pacers in 5.
John.
Heat in 6.
Who is it?
Eddie.
Who you got?
He got Heat in 6.
Heat in 6. I'm gonna go Pacers in 4.
Oh wow. Damn.
What?
Y'all really sleeping on the Heat.
Okay.
No, what you got? What you got, Drew?
So let's hear it.
Heat in 6. The Pacers.
Also, I got Heat in 7. Gonna be a close. Pacers ain't got no bigs, but I think it's gonna be a close.
The Heat got that round, bro. Like,
Yeah, I just said Heat in 7.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I was talking to these 3.
All right, we got Celtics and the Sixers. DQ.
I got Celtics in 4.
Damn. Kev.
I got the green team in 4.
John.
I'm a hater. I don't care.
You can't say
What you say, John?
Celtics in 5.
Celtics in 5. Eddie.
Celtics in 6.
Drew.
I got the same way. Celtics in 6.
And following you guys, I got Celtics in 6. I think Embiid could pull out 2 games. So yeah, I guess Celtics.
That game today was like they were pretty close going up.
Exactly, and Embiid was pretty unstoppable and down low and shit. So I think they could pull out 2. All right, next we got Raptors and the Nets. DQ.
Raptors and Nets. I got Raptors in 7.
Okay. Kev.
Raptors in 5.
Yeah.
Again, your seed is that high. You gotta pack them up first round.
John.
Raptors in 4.
Sweet. Ed.
Johnny said, "Bro."
Raptors in 5. Again, I keep giving teams too much the benefit of the doubt. I don't want teams to get swept.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, but some
Yeah.
teams getting swept.
Some teams get swept. It's just the matter.
I don't want to see it. Hate to see it.
Raptors. I would like to say Raptors in 5, but nah, they're sweeping. Raptors in 4. Raptors in 4.
I honestly don't see no brooms in the bubble. I got Raptors in 5 as well. I just think it's just too even of a playing field. Although there are better teams, it's like
I forgot what
East
player.
is way even in the West though, but it's always been like that.
I forgot what player is the one that said it, but it was something about like the backboard because there's no fans in there, that it just looks easier to shoot, right? So it's like there's no pressure. So a lot of these are doing better.
Yeah,
so,
this shit is like open.
it's gonna be
For a
hard.
lot of them, it's really like open gym, where it's like it's fun. It's just fun basketball. Now, of course, the pressure is on, but again, you don't deal with all the outside noise and shit. And again, they put up hundreds of shots in the quiet gym. And again, I say Mark Jackson was talking about it. It's like, yo, you see players shooting better because of it being so quiet. Like, it just ball. It's just hooping. Like,
but I believe the pressure, even though it's different because the first 8 games is going to be different from the playoffs. This is where
Of course.
I think that playoff pressure is still there. Them 8 games
definitely.
were just 8 games. But them
Definitely.
playoff pressure is different, bro. It's way different from this.
Yeah, it's definitely different, but I don't think it is as intense of being in somebody else's home, on somebody else's court, dealing with everybody calling you bitches and you bum ass motherfucker, you gay, you bitch, all that crazy shit. Like it ain't the same.
They hear the artificial booze though.
Yeah, and it's control though. They ain't gonna let nobody say nigga on the prompter and shit. Like it's not happening.
No way.
So all right, getting into the Western Conference. Our matchups is as we got first round. Lakers Blazers. DQ.
Oh my God.
Damn.
I'll give Lakers in 6.
Yeah.
Game was gonna give this one a win.
You said
Kev? Oh.
Lakers in 7, bro. They gonna have LeBron sweating, bro.
John.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Mr. Bias.
Lakers in 6.
All right. That's fair.
I'll take it.
You said what, John?
The Lakers play the correct way, they could sweep Portland.
F.
I heard that hot shit.
That's a big F.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Dame's nickname is Dame Dollar, right?
Yeah.
LeBron and AD gonna make change out of Dame. Lakers in 7.
Okay. Drew.
Just like I tell you, it's gonna be. I give Portland 2 games. It's gonna be Lakers in 6. But that defense, they need to tighten up that defense because.
Hey Drew, you know I love you, right?
Wait, you love me? Okay.
I do. You know I do. Could you face the camera maybe?
I am facing the camera.
Now you are.
I mean, now you are, but the whole time you've been talking to the left. Could you maybe, I don't know, shift it towards you?
Are you on the stairs or are you on your bullet pointed bed?
There you go.
Right. Well, I got Lakers in 7, and it's gonna be a close 7. Close 7.
Luke Voigt hit another bomb, bro.
Next we got Rockets Thunders.
Who hit the bomb?
Luke.
Okay.
Rocket Thunder. I'll give you're gonna be surprised. Like the Thunder playing really well. So I'm gonna give the Thunder in 7.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's bold.
Yeah.
That might be a 7.
Yeah, I feel bad for James. Don't nobody feel bad for that man?
No.
Not really.
Bro,
No.
he needs. Hey, he's not gonna sweep them, so I'm gonna take them in 5.
Okay. John.
Houston in 7.
I just want to see Russ go off.
Ed.
Well, so is Russ playing? What's going on?
He's gonna miss a couple.
He's gonna miss a couple.
He's gonna miss a couple.
So, okay. I mean, I love this storyline because it's like Russ back in OKC, even though it's not OKC. That's like
What sucks? I want to see Russ go against.
it's like the Chris Paul Harden beef.
Right.
Like
Chris
that.
Paul feels something tight.
So it's definitely going to go 7 without Russ, though. I mean, I don't know how.
It sucks. It sucks that Russ not gonna play. But he might.
I'm gonna have to give it to the Thunder. I'm gonna have to give it to the Thunder. No
You
Russ.
got Thunder? You got Thunder in what?
Yeah, in 7. In 7.
All right.
I said no matter what, it's going 7. But
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to Russ though?
He got hurt.
You got a string quad.
The Bruce quad.
Oh, he'll be back. That's like.
All
I
right,
thought you gonna
Drew.
say he pulled his groin or something like.
You got a string quad. Yeah.
If you say he had a hammy, if you say he had a hammy or like he pulled his groin, I'd be like, oh damn, but nah.
All right, Drew, what you got?
I got
His own shot.
the Rockets in 7. Rockets in 7.
Following Eddie and DQ, I got Thunders in 7.
Yo, Russ gonna be asking for that good old cortisone shot.
All right. Next we got Nuggets Jazz. DQ.
That's gonna be a
I
good.
got Nuggets in 5.
Kev.
I got Jazz in 5.
Johnny.
You got Jazz at 5. Wow. Denver in 6. And
Eddie.
Donovan Mitchell balled out today.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Nuggets in 6. Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Drew.
Nuggets is 6.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be the
It's gonna be hard.
besides the Heat and the Pacers, them two, that 4-5, 5-6 shit, whatever it is, those are always usually the toughest.
This is 3-6. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I do get Denver in 7.
Okay.
Gonna be a good series, but I got Denver in 7.
I can definitely rock.
Lastly, we got Clippers and the Mavericks. DQ.
Well, right, watching the game now, the fix was definitely on the first quarter because they went on a 12-0 run and they didn't score once. But I want to say Mavs in 7, actually.
There you go.
Ooh, wow. That's great. That's crazy.
They're losing by 20 right now in the third quarter.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I mean, damn.
I was gonna say Clippers in 6.
Yeah,
that's hard.
Johnny.
Clippers in 6. Possibly 5.
Yeah. Eddie.
You know how frustrating it is to sit here, do this podcast, and watch fucking Kristaps play in the playoffs, and yet another Nick to be in the playoffs. It's not a Nick.
Him and freaking Luka averaging 30.5.
I mean,
I'm
going to give it to the Clippers in 5. I'm assuming that Dallas might win this game. This might be the one game that they'll win. But yeah, Clippers in 5.
Drew.
Yeah, remember, shout out to all the people that celebrated Kristaps getting traded.
Bro.
Damn.
I mean,
like, how many are, like, Shumpert, fucking JR, fucking David Lee, fucking
Jeremy Lin.
Derrick Rose, Jeremy Lin, fucking, I mean,
Danny Fry, you got Nate
like,
Robinson.
the main reason why I don't is because I can't take in that much heartbreak. I already have to root for these fuckers.
Sounds like you need
it's hard. It's
Drew,
hard, Ed.
Drew, who you got?
I just said it. The Clippers in 6.
Yeah, I got Clippers in 5. I think this might be Aldo.
so early.
It's so early, yeah. It's the second with 6 minutes
now,
left.
Yeah, they're playing good this first game, but I think this is going to be day 1. Clippers in 5. All right, but that's the end of our NBA recap, and that's the end of In Case You Missed It.